Hello, world. I am Heavenly Earth Baby, aka Shay. Um, I'm new to YouTube and stuff like that, and so with that being said, I know y'all looking at my hair. It's natural, but I'm gonna get it done Monday. So, just don't judge me. Don't quote me on any of this right here. Just never judge a book by its cover, for one. I'm just don't do it. But anyway, I'm here to talk about some real facts, some real things about life, and some of my experiences of being here on this earth for like a certain amount of years. So, I don't know. I would say so far, I would like to talk about my first. No, let's not go first. Let's do. Basically, let's do my first physical relationship and things that I have found out just by being on YouTube. YouTube is awesome. Y'all give YouTube a hand because they have employed so many people to be entrepreneurs and stuff like that. And YouTube is awesome. Just let you guys know that. But I honestly, when it comes to dating, it was always very hard for me to do. Just simply because of the fact of me being in someone's energy field. Basically, it's almost as if when I first physically meet you, it's like I know, basically I know your intentions. I know what was meant to be said and what's being said. I know a lot of things that I'm not supposed to know, but, I know it. It's kind of weird. And I'm not, only if my intuition is on point most of the time. But if my judgment is clouded or something like that, I'm not gonna be able to do a lot of things. But usually it's pretty much on point. So I met this guy. I literally just met this guy on a certain website. I'm not going to mention any names because, I don't want to get, quoted for that or get in trouble or anything like that. So, with that being said, I met this guy. He was really sweet and stuff like that on this certain website. The first date, I'm so glad I have a couple of these subscribers on my YouTube channel because now I do know the definition of a fuckboy. And, so with that being said, I look back in the relationship, relationship that I had maybe about 6 months ago, almost a year ago. We really didn't get to date. I just realized that I was dating a freaking fuckboy. Like literally. And I put in so much time and effort in this situation. First date, he actually paid for the first date and stuff like that. And he was nice for the beginning and stuff like that. But then I would have thought this. I don't know. I guess that was back in October. That's why I say it's almost a year ago. In October, like late October, early November, I was dating him. And then we actually, it was kind of on and off. And then like November, we kind of talked. And we end up finding his dad, finding his dad dead in the house. And I'm like, oh my God. I called 911 and he was trying to figure out what was going on and everything. And so with that being said, everything was just kind of thrown off balance. We really didn't even get to we really didn't get to actually date that because of this tragic. And then that's what I was assuming and I was thinking and stuff like that. And then so I'm calling, checking up on him and stuff like that. Being a good, being a good person and stuff like that. Thinking that that may be an issue that, his, you know, that his dad passed and stuff like that. And maybe that's why he's not calling and contacting and stuff like that. So, the main stuff. So, with that being said, so I'm like, okay. I finally contacted him, and he's just laying in the bed, all, I guess sad and, stuff like that. And we started talking, and then he just stopped talking. And I'm like, okay. And then he was like, I told him I'm here for you if you need anything and stuff like that. And, he said thank you and stuff like that. And then we hung up the phone and everything. Now, I'm 100% a real woman. Basically, I know he was down and stuff like that. I'm trying to do things, to help him get over or help him cope with what's happened and stuff like that. Little did I know, he had already had the funeral and stuff like that. And he was just basically confusing and inconsistent. Months went by, like December came. It was like nothing ever happened. Like, he was like a real stone wall. Like, it's almost like his heart was just made of stone. It happened, he got over it, that type of thing. I said, okay, well, I guess everything's okay. Now, physically, he seemed okay, but mentally, I know there was something going on with him or something like that. So, December came, whole bunch of stuff happened. This dude left me like everything seems like it was back to normal, but he was really inconsistent in dating and stuff like that. And with that being said, December came, and I was working and stuff like that, and I was supposed to be staying at his house and going to work the next day. That never happened because I went out to a Christmas party with my coworkers and things like that. Time came and I was ready to go over there. He was started up all this nonsense and stuff like that, talking about he was a failure and stuff like that, just crying or whatever he was doing. I was okay, I said, I'm here for you. Let's come in and let's talk about it and stuff like that. So I'm trying to, let's talk about it, And he was like, he never did open the door, yo. He never did. And like, when he finally opened, I went up to the door, I knocked on it, no answer and stuff like that. I went back and sat in the car. Then he finally puts his shoes on and go outside and pretends like I'm not even fucking there and just walks off somewhere else. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm calling him, he doesn't pick up. Don't pick up. I said, okay, so maybe he went to go do something, come back. See, I was really, really new to the dating thing. Like, completely innocent. Like, almost like the movie, what's the name of that movie? I think it's called Preacher's Kid. I was basically like her. So, with that being said, I'm sitting up here thinking, okay, maybe... I stayed there like till 1 something because it was already like really late, like maybe 10:30, whatever time the restaurant closed, 10:30, 11. And I stayed there waiting for him to come back, and he never came. So it was already cold. Like, it was during December, so it was cold. But it wasn't all that cold. It wasn't snowing or anything because, come on, this is like one of the hottest states in America, just to say. But it was really cold. Especially not with, no blankets or anything like that. So I slept there for a little bit, and then I got back on the road. I was really tired as it was and stuff. So I drove 45-50 minutes back to the house, back to my crib and stuff like that. And I fell asleep on the road, I swear to God, like 4 times. Like literally 4 times on the road. It's like, and then that last time really shook me really, really badly. Like basically I was like inches away from hitting like a sign, like a really, excuse me, like some kind of caution light sign or something like that. But I was right there at the house, and I swerved in and I laid in bed. I cried and then I fell asleep. My tears, like, I was really upset about that. And then like maybe 2 or 3 days later, he called, and I'm already pissed off. So I said, I was supposed to be coming over there at your house. We had already agreed to this and stuff like that, so I can go to work the next day and stuff like that. It was a really heated argument and stuff like that, because I was already upset that he would actually do this for someone who's supposed to love me or to care for me. To do something like that, it wasn't even, my God. Like, I was like frustrated, upset, sad, heartbroken, hurt. I was an emotional case basically, and it just wasn't cool. I just felt really, really. He messed up my self-esteem for one, and then I done things for him that I said I would never do in a relationship, and like it was horrible. Like it was the worst relationship I ever had, because not only that, is because I gave this man my heart. I can't say that I've never given a guy my heart. I've only given one guy my heart, and now 2 now. But the first one, he really didn't break it, because I kind of broke up with him because it was like a long distance relationship, but we still keep in touch. And if he was here now, we'll probably be married or something like that. He's really sweet. Like, I wouldn't even actually call him an ex. He would be more like a best friend, because he was the first one to taught me what love is, what love does, what unconditional love is. But this other guy, I'm not gonna lie, I love this man with the core. And with me being I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm really open about it now. Well, I think I'm trying to be open about it. I don't know if I should, but basically, I detect energies, I guess you would say, when they're good energies, bad energies, doesn't matter, past, present, future energies, or not future, but mostly in the moment, in the current, in the now, basically. And basically it's just, I don't know, like, he really took me to a place. And with me being an empath, I done slipped up and said it. Well, the cat's out of the bag now. So yeah, with that being said, I'm just, it hurts. It's harder, because like, you don't see, a lot of people don't see what's right there in front of them. You see the inside street. You see right through them, what their intentions are, what they want, what they're almost thinking about, but at that moment in time, it's just really something that's really hard to detect. That's why I try to keep me to myself, basically. And it was a hard relationship, and with me being a single mama and everything like that, and I almost lost my job, lost my car. I've already lost my self-esteem behind this guy, like literally, because I'm a Taurus. When I love hard. Like, I literally love hard, which is why it's really almost really bad for me to try to fall in love, knowing that it's not going to be easy. And just, I have to I think most women all have to be careful with who they give their heart to. Like, for real, for real. I'm gonna let you guys go. And this was just the first take. If you guys like it, please subscribe. I have more things to talk about. This is just something that's in the now. I have so much to talk about, and hopefully I'll see you guys sooner than later. Peace.